up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. On deck for today's show, we discuss if the Lions should trade for defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. LL gives some news and notes from Lions rookie camp. And Coach Jones look at how several analysts believe the Lions had the best offseason. But before we get into all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. Y'all know who it is, man. He's the boxing pride of Jackson, Michigan, man. He got so many jobs. He'll cook your food. He'll give you a fade. And he'll run you a fade, man. It's who?
It's the Wolverine, Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Man, and y'all know who it is. Big Huggy up there, man. He is El Guapo.
Player.
From Yak Town, man, because Yak Town don't back down. You know what I'm saying? The ladies want him. The men want to be him. It's LL Cool. What's going on, my dude?
Aim higher, gentlemen. Shout out to Sean Preston and good morning, Lions Nation.
All right, let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let's go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
Well. Are those trade winds that I hear are blowing? Let me know, Curt. What's going on?
All right, the Lions added some depth to their interior defensive line during the draft. They added Broderick Barton, and they also re-signed Isaiah Bucks this offseason along with Benito Jones. He signed his, I think his exclusive free agent or tender to come back to the team. But there's a lack of star power outside of Aline McNeil at the defensive tackle position. So recently, Jets star defensive tackle Quinnen Williams asked for a trade. After not getting a new contract this offseason, he'll be playing on his fifth-year option this season. He will make a little under $10 million. Williams wants a new deal averaging between $23 and $25 million over 4 years. So he's looking at right at that $100 million mark. You know, you got some guys that are making about 90 to 94, some of his contemporaries at the defensive tackle position. So he wants that. Now, Williams is still young. He's only 25 years old and will turn 26 in December. Had a career year last year, 12 sacks, 4 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles, and hit that quarterback 28 times. Williams has been healthy most of his short career. He's only missed more than one game, more than one game 3 times in a season. So Mike Valenti, with the 97-1 ticket, he's been on the positive note for some reason, the last couple of seasons for Detroit. And him and John McEnroe of All Lions Fan Nation, shout out to my guy over there from Sports Illustrated, recently talked about how good of an idea this trade was on Valenti's show. They suggested that the Lions send a first and a third round pick to the Jets for the 2022 All-Pro. Their premise is that this will instantly make the Lions a Super Bowl contender. Now, here's my deal. The financial and future implications of Detroit's salary cap and draft capital will be big, trading away that much money. Trading away those two picks, the first and the third, and what he's going to be wanting for a contract. That's a pretty big move for Detroit. And Holmes has not made that type of move since he's been the general manager of the Lions. Now, Detroit has room under the salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
They have it. They got about $25 million, but really about $18 million realistically to work with under the cap. I like the possibility of the trade and what Williams brings to the Lions defense. But I'm hesitant on this one just because of the fact I just don't think that this is the move that Brad Holmes makes. He likes to build through the draft. He likes his young guys. And he's added a defensive lineman every year since he's been in the draft, maybe 1 to 2 guys every year in the draft on the defensive line. You look at the defensive line we're deep. So who will really get rid of to make this move? Because you look at the interior defensive line, you got guys that can play both edge and interior with Josh Pascal and John Kaminsky. And then you have the guys that just really re-signed Benito Jones and Isaiah Bugs. So you have a plethora of defensive tackles. You got to cut somebody. And the Lions, and we'll talk about this later, they just got rid of an interior defensive lineman here last week. So what do you guys think about making this trade for Quinnen Williams? Now, the dude's a stud, and he fits one thing that I know Brad Holmes like. He's a former Alabama Crimson Tide player, but he already got one in the interior defensive line with Isaiah Bugs. So what do you guys think about the Lions making this move for Quinnen Williams? Now, the dude's a beast. You can't say he ain't, because he is.
Negro, please. If they want Quinnen Williams, if they want that man, Quinnen Williams is the type of player that you know what, you go 1 year, you go all in, and we'll see what happens after that. We got them enough money this year. I think it'll happen? Probably not, but it's not a move. I'd be with it. Brad Holmes going for it, man. Like, he come from that Rams organization where they'll sell the house to try and go for that shit. So I have no knocks on Quinnen Williams at all. There's not a facet to his game. There's no holes to his game. He's probably one of the top 3 or 4 interior D linemen, like all the way across the board. He's young, man. Go get him. Visner, work it out. You know what I'm saying? Better work it out. Go get him then, because we didn't get Carter. I know Ndamukong Suh is still on the sideline doing his analyst thing. He might be somebody we might bring in, but Benito Jones, you can go to the practice squad, or you can take your ass home. Either or.
Or you can include him in the trade or whatever it is. I don't know, and it's for a lot of reasons that you said, Kurt. We got the depth, but you can always get better. So but he's already made it. Well, I shouldn't say, because I don't know if he did, but it seems as though the thought is he wants to get paid. So that's one thing you got to worry about. Number 2, this is the biggest concern for me, because we've been told, we keep hearing, and we see the moves are to pretty much move Aleem off the nose, to put him at the 3. Aleem can play the nose, and he played it very well for us, I think, at least. And he played the 3 very well once they moved him there last year, and I think that's when our defense kind of took a turn, right? So I've already called Broderick Martin's the keys is going to unlock Aleem McNeil, because he's going to play the nose, and then Aleem is going to be able to do whatever he wants to do, line up on the guards and on shoulders and stuff like that. So I don't know. Quinnen Williams ain't gonna play the 3. The nose, and he definitely shouldn't play the nose, because he can go forward. He's a forward going defensive lineman. He's gonna play that 3 tech. He's gonna shade on shoulders and stuff like that. He can play on somebody's nose, but that's not where you want to put him. So would you stunt the growth of Aleem McNeil to add a player like Quinnen Williams? Now that he is a great player, well, he's a very, very good player. Aleem McNeil I think it would fit, but if the plan is to let Aleem play the 3, would it be smart to bring in another 3 tech? So, and you just drafted a nose. So I don't know if that would just fit us in that sense, but I would like Quinnen Williams. Y'all done heard me say that 300 times on this show already. I've been calling for him back when we was, a while ago. I ain't even gonna go through all that. It's been a while ago, but I don't know. Me personally, I don't know. We just got to figure out if the plan is to, I guess, move Aleem or to play him interchangeably. I don't know. We just got to figure that part out. So I'm on the fence about it. Until that becomes clear, I guess.
Yeah, and Disney does. I forget who it is, but Disney doesn't do the contracts anymore. They moved him to the chief operating. He's the chief operating officer of the Lions right now. So he doesn't do the contracts anymore. I forgot who it is, but don't get me the line. But yeah,
all I know is Aleem McNeil. You can go on and fill some popcorn bags. I'm about to bring some people over there need some popcorn. I think I see some people out 70 drinks.
That'd be a problem. But having them two in the interior at the defensive line, having Quinnen Williams and Aleem that's a formative duo right there. You really can't. there's no weaknesses in that area right there. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you have a guy like a Benito Jones or somebody you can move out. It's one of those things where that's definitely a win now move. And the Lions are putting themselves in a win now possibility. I mean, and he's young though, so you can sign him and have him for that prime of his career where he'll be 26 in the season. He does turn 26 in December. So guys, you know, fairly young, and you'll have him for the prime of his career. So,
and during the prime of his career, you may not be able to sign one of your other guys, so you might have to lose a Leem or Pennahill or St. Brown or any of these other guys. I don't think, and I get your sentiment, Coach Mike, but Quinnen Williams ain't that good.
Yeah, but hey, like the video, share the video, comment on this video, man. The family discussion topic for today. Do you agree with Valenti and John Macaroon? Would trading for Williams make Detroit a Super Bowl contender? Let us know in the comment section of the video, man. Y'all know how we do. We pick 6 of the comments in the comment section of the video to read on the next show, or as many as we got some days, because, you know, it is what it is. But that is the discussion topic for today. And hey, do us a favor, man. Go on over to fanatics.com. Listen in the description below. They got a sale going on right now. There's always some sales going on at fanatics.com. The link in the description. The proceeds, some of the proceeds from that go to help us grow the content right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Check us out on Lions Nation Unite. Going over there and check out Lions Nation Unite. You can download the mobile app in the Google, Android, or Apple app stores, or you can definitely check them out at lionsnationunite.com. And while you're over there, click on the link for the LNU shop, man. Get your game day gear. Get your Curt Steel caps, man, right there in the LNU shop, man. I'm rocking it. This is the hat I'm be wearing right now. So, you know, you got to support your man, Curt Steel. I got shirts over there. And speaking of shirts, man, support my man, Coach Jones, the Wolverine Lion, man. Coach Jones, what's going on with your Wolverine Lion gear and what's going on with your site, man?
So, June 5th will be the inauguration, will be the initial video. We'll be kicking off Monday, June 5th. So be ready with that's on the way. And the shop will be, I'm waiting to have the shop fully open for that day. So as of right now, you can only get the white Wolverine shirt, but everything will be available on June 5th. So it's all debuting on the same day. And man, we can get this rolling.
Yeah,
that's definitely what I've been doing.
We definitely look forward to that, Coach Jones, man. And make sure you do your part in the fight against cancer. Go in the link in the description below and hit up my man, Big Lion Man, and get some of his up gear, man. And the proceeds from that go to help the American Cancer Society of Michigan. Check us out at Detroit Lions on the Prowl.com, man. Big changes coming over there. Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And while you're over there, man, get yourself some vintage gear on Lions on the Prowl shop.com, man. All those vintage tees that my man Jim used to wear on the show, you can still grab those at Lions on the Prowl shop.com. All right. Now it's time to move on to the next segment of the show, man. LL got some news and notes from the Lions rookie minicamp, man. What you got, my man?
Yes. And some of this information is coming from an article over there at PrideOfDetroit.com written by Eric Schlitt. But in this article, he just talked about, you know, some of the standout players and plays from these rookie minicamps. As many people has already heard, Jahmyr Gibbs got to start, but then he had to stop. Well, Jahmyr Gibbs and Brian Branch were able to start, but then stop practicing. Undisclosed injury for Brian Branch, ankle injury for Jahmyr Gibbs. But I've already heard just from different people about the presser presser where he's saying, you know, I'm good. You know, it's nothing. And it's for all intents and purposes, it's for precautionary reasons why they hold him out. Jack Campbell has lots of positive things said about him, but one bad thing was he got cooked out his socks pretty much by Sam Laporta, which Curt kind of alluded to yesterday. Sam Laporta been showing his bare naked booty out there on that field. Allegedly, he's been showing all the way out, and even to the point where now other teams are coming out and saying, "Hey, we had our eye on Laporta too, so the Lions is lucky to get him." One of those teams is the Bengals, reportedly. So another one of them was the Patriots, allegedly. So, and those guys are, well, the Patriots at least are a team that's not afraid to draft a tight end at all. So maybe that's why they end up taking him in the second round. We're not going to argue that at this moment, but shout out to Sam Laporta. That's one of the picks that I questioned, but maybe that's going to be a very bright spot for us. I'm okay with that. Hendon Hooker, of course, hasn't been practicing, but he's around there. He's been seen closely with the quarterbacks coach, JT Barrett. Let's hope none of that Ohio State stuff rubs off on him. Broderick Martin is showing up and showing out as well. He is as advertised as they say. He's as big and as wide and as long as they thought that he would be. Injured his elbow, but they came out with a brace, and he's been all right. He said it himself. Availability is the best ability, so I'm going to be out here. So even if it was just a small nick or something that's hurting him a little bit more, he's showing that he's ready to just go out there anyway. That's what big guys do. That's what defensive tackles can do. You ain't got too much to do. Your arm hurt, make your arm move a little bit less and go out there and whoop somebody behind. He even showed some ability to get to the quarterback. One of his, least shown abilities, and through some of the drills, they showed his ability to bend and get low. So some of the things, most of the things that were his negative, they're showing that he can do that pretty fine already. Offensive lineman Kobe Sorsdahl played with all different types of offensive line combinations. They said they used about 4 different combinations throughout the couple of days, and Sorsdahl played right guard through all of them. And they said he looks very natural doing it. So there you go. That's probably he's going to be playing guard for us sometime during the season or sometime during his career. Antoine Green has been showing out as well. He himself has said that he wants to play all over the field. I know that he might have been drafted with the idea to play that outside wide receiver, but he's ready to do it all. And from at least from rookie minicamp, he's showing that he can. Curt said this yesterday. Mo Ibrahim was the only running back available pretty much, so he got most of the reps, and he's been showing he can do all the things that they didn't think he could do as well. He's been catching passes, running nice routes, so they say, and showing out in special teams. Another special teams note was Jack Campbell, another one of them Jack Campbell and Sam Laporta stories, where it didn't go so well for Jack Campbell. So maybe we just hope that he don't have to play too much special teams. So cornerback and nickelback Starlin Thomas has been showing out on special teams as well, and could be a possible candidate to make the 53-man roster, at least so this article says. A couple of last notes, especially about the offensive line. Obina Eze is being relied upon heavily by the team. It seems he's been playing all over the line at 3 different positions and got a chance to play with all of those offensive line combinations as well, as I had mentioned earlier. And the final notes is, the last thing that I'll say about it is there was 2 open roster spots. One of them has been filled because they signed a kicker. My apologies, I can't remember his last name at the moment. Parker something or other. But my apologies again. So they signed a kicker to bring in some competition for Money Badger, and so that leaves one open spot. Well, you know what? Maybe not, because since then we signed the wide receiver from, was it Eastern Michigan? I think.
Yeah.
So
something.
and my apologies, I can't remember his name either. But I seen another article where he was out there, doing his thing as well. So hopefully it's not just all positive talk and everybody just not want to say negative things about these people. Hopefully these guys out there working hard and looking good doing it. And Jack Campbell, get your shit together, because we can't have you out here at least being talked about getting juked like that. And I guess it's a good thing that Sam Laporta is on our team and out on somebody else's team. So maybe that's just kryptonite. Sam Laporta is the weak spot for Jack Campbell or something. I don't know. Yeah, and maybe that's what maybe he was like, you used to hit me too hard back in college, so I'm gonna just embarrass you out here with these new people. So who knows? I just hopefully it doesn't provide or prove to be an issue anywhere for Jack Campbell. I don't think so, but let's hope not. So those are the quick mini camp notes. What do you guys think?
The amount of talent, young talent that the Lions have on the roster. We're not just talking about the rookies that are coming in. We're talking about the last 2 years, second and third year players. It's going to be hard to make the roster. This is a year that some of the guys, especially some of the under, they're not going to make the roster. And then some of the guys that are here are going to be let go. It's going to be hard to make the roster with the amount of talent that the Lions have. And I like the way they build on the roster, young talent through the draft, undrafted free agents. And then what they did in the offseason as far as the secondary is concerned, bringing in some veterans, guys that, that have experience playing in big games. So I like how the roster is being built. I like the fact that the Lions are taking that kind of like kid gloves approach as far as what having with these guys with Jahmyr Gibbs and Brian Branch. If you think about the last regime, they probably would have still been out there practicing, and they're like, nah, we'll get you back in when OTA start. No reason. This is just, someone called it underwear football the other day. They said underwear football. You're out here in shorts and shells. There's no reason to risk you guys getting injured just to run through some drills, get some mental reps, come back. The actual next round of OTAs start on Monday. They're still doing workouts this week, but the actual OTAs, when they can, actually start doing some 7-on-7s and, I'm saying, some of that stuff, and actually, actually individual drills will start on Monday. But no reason to risk that stuff, man. Let those guys kind of, hit up for a couple of days, and they'll get back out there on Monday. What you got, Coach?
It's good, man. Like you said, to kind of piggyback off that, I just don't think a lot of these guys who may have made the team last year are gonna make it, man. Just that, we strapping up for war. We're going outside. So but it's good, man. It's good competition, man. I'm not really too worried about the little injuries. Any little tweak or anything like that, they're gonna sit you to the side, man, and and rest you, man, because basically you kind of out there stretching and getting your body ready, kind of doing the first little cuts, getting your body loose, getting your body ready to compete at the NFL level is what they doing, man. So it's good, man. Everything is good. Hey, Jack Campbell is getting his payback. You know what I'm saying? Cause him and Laporta was roommates. Don't nobody know each other better than those guys. Like he know probably Jack Campbell gonna load up and lay the wood. So so he know that's probably part of Campbell's game. So he take advantage of that a little bit, man. So I ain't really too worried about that, man. Yeah. But man. But LL is right though, Campbell. You better come back and get yours though next time.
Into Jack Campbell's defense, especially in coverage. I heard this. He's better in zone than he is in man. So do us a favor, man. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Support your man Curt Steele over at CurtSteele.com and SideLineReport.com. Got some new stuff coming out there this week. And next week I'll have a special announcement. I may have some more stuff brewing, man. So watch out, man. You more Curt maybe come with some different type of stuff for you. But make sure you support your man Curt Steele. Make sure you follow us on your favorite social media platforms, man. Because you got Facebook, you got TikTok, YouTube, man, and of course, what what tomorrow is, man. Thursdays over there on LL Instagram page, man. Hold on, let me take a sip. Yeah, he gonna make sure you get you right. Thursdays on his Instagram page, man. But now it is time for Coach Jones to highlight us about what's going on with Detroit's offseason and how some people think about it.
Yeah, so despite of what people said about our unorthodox draft, how we went, running back, linebacker, and things like that, since they done lost steam the last few years, many analysts rank Detroit in that top tier in the offseason, along with a few other teams. It's not like Detroit had the best, but Detroit is part of the A tier. They feel the offseason. So they're along with the Jets, Panthers, Bears, Eagles, Steelers, Broncos, and Giants. The Lions are kind of throwing that bunch because we just basically covered all holes, and the Lions, there's not one weak part of the Lions team going into the season. So like reiterated, we took care of the backfield. We got better at the running back position. We re-signed Kaminsky, Anzalone, and things of that nature, man. So I agree. I agree with them with the Lions having that top tier off season, and that's why the Lions are projected to be a top 4 team in the NFC. So with that being said, do you think the Lions are getting too much steam, or do you think this they ranked in the top, where they supposed to be, or do y'all, or are y'all kind of like, man, I don't know about all that, man. Don't be scared now. Don't be
No,
scared of all this praise the Lions getting now,
no.
man. Don't,
What
you know what I'm saying?
what people have to realize is that the Lions took an approach where they got the guys that fit Detroit and what they want to do. Revamp the secondary, like you said. Got a linebacker in the draft, one of the top, actually the top rated linebacker in the draft, and he kind of fits that scheme of what the Lions want to do on defense. You look at the Broderick Martin. We talked about adding Quinnen Williams earlier, but you look at Broderick Martin, man, that's a guy who fits well in that defense. He will play the nose, and he's a big mountain of a guy, and he would definitely free up a lean McNeil. And you just look at some of the other things, Jahmyr Gibbs, man. If you look at the 1-2 punch of what the New Orleans Saints had with a Mark Ingram and an Alvin Kamara, that's what they're recreating in Detroit with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. That's the type of player Jahmyr Gibbs is, you know what I'm saying? And then that's the type of player, as far as David Montgomery, he's more of that, straight line runner, you know what I'm saying, can break tackles. And that was the hallmark of Mark Ingram, especially coming out of Alabama. That's my homie, he from Flint. So, I'm a shout out, big up to my dude, Mark Ingram. But if you look at that, that's what they're trying to recreate.
North.
Yeah, you got to remember that Dan Campbell and Aaron and Glenn are, products of New Orleans, and they were part of that coaching staff when it was had success down there in New Orleans. But all that being said, man, I agree with 100% that the Lions are doing what they need to do to advance themselves next season. Or excuse me, this upcoming season. What you got, Elo?
Yeah, I don't really care what the outside think. I like the draft for the most part. And Coach Mike, you said that we filled the holes that we had. So a lot of people say, you can't take a running back in the first round. Well, we did. So now what? Most of the people that have something to say about the Lions and they draft picks praise the 49ers, and they took a kicker in the third round. Not saying that's a bad move either. That's what they needed to do for their team. So I personally don't care. Don't whatever.
Yep.
If y'all not
talking
going
about the Falcons they took a running back for
but now all of a sudden, they got the piece that Arthur Smith needs. So shut up. That's all. Speak about what y'all know about. Leave the Detroit Lions alone and let us come whoop y'all ass later on.
All right,
I agree.
Hey, do us a favor, man. Go ahead and like this video and share it with your homies, man. Like Coach Jones always said, man, y'all make sure y'all have a watch party on your different devices, man. Keep those views up, man. And, watch it on your different laptops, cell phones, tablets, whatever it is, man. But make sure you do that, man. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're getting that fresh content right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Now it's time to do my favorite thing on the show. It's going to be real quick today because we only have a few. It's time for the comment cards, baby. First up, we got Scott Smith said, aloha. He says 12-5, 2 playoff wins, and Jack Campbell wins Rookie of the Year. Remember, GM and coach both said that we are going to pick the best players for us. And I think that's what they did. They picked the best players for the Detroit Lions and what they want to do. They guys fit the culture and they fit the scheme. So it is what it is.
Also, they said, by the way, congratulations on all of you with your new adventures and keep the place rocking. So shout out to Curt and Coach Mike on that as well. King SJ said, I agree, L. We got it. We got to get at least 10 this year. I'm in on 10 to 12 win range at this point. Just got to improve. That's all I really care about. We went from 3 to 9. Now we got to go 9 and up. Can't go back to 8. Can't go down to 7 or however it goes. And even if you do, let's say if you do go back down there, we better get in the playoffs and we better win the game. There's got to be some kind of level of improvement. I know things is, the NFL season is tricky. You never really know how it's going to shake out, but it's got to be improvement. That's all I care about.
Right on. Turner Burley, what's up, man? Turner C.
What's that?
He says, many people don't think Broderick Martin can get the job done and holding down the middle of the defensive line. I say watch his highlights. You'll see him facing 2 and 3 offensive linemen on every play with some proper coaching. He should be just fine. I agree. That's a big boy right there, man. He big. So,
big, strong.
That boy nice. So, I think with the proper coaching that I think we have, man, he'll be good, man.
He has deceptive pass rush skills as well. And you got to pick your poison because you can't double team him every play.
Exactly.
That was
You gonna put two
everywhere.
on him, and Aline gonna pull somebody's face mask off.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna leave Hutch coming off the corner, James Houston coming off the corner.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be some slow singing and flower bringing up in the camp. Right now, now it's time to go to my favorite segment of the show. It's time for Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you will love how they taste, man. Quick personnel update, right quick. Suspended wide receiver practice squad guy Stanley Berryhill was cut last week. The guy we signed early this offseason was also cut, and Mac McCain, the defensive back, and that's gonna hurt Coach Jones to his heart, man. And they talked about this guy, man. Defensive lineman Detrius Taylor was also released last week by the Lions to free up some of those roster spots that were taken up by the kicker and by the wide receiver. That I believe is still one roster spot left. Because I think the Lions had up to 89 at first, so I think there may be one spot left open. And talk about this earlier in the show. The Lions got $25 million of cap space, really about 18 operating after the draft class. So you still got some substantial cap space to work with for the upcoming season. And free agency isn't over, man. Free agency doesn't end until after the camp cuts, man. So we don't know what's going to happen, man. But that is your dessert with your man, Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. Like I said, if you like how they look, you will love how they taste. Go to the link in the description and get yourself some cookies over at Delightful Bites on Facebook. If you don't do the Facebook thing, go over to TikTok and Instagram and type in Delightful Bites 18 and see all that beautiful dessert footage. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Now it's time to head over to that wall of fame, baby. First up in the bronze members, we got my man Detroit Drew. Congrats on that new baby, man. She is such a cutie. You got my man George Eagle in the building. You got Bob Krowski. Then you got my man Jason Portis, and we got my man Doug Prince of 72. That's my man Coach Jones, co-worker over there. Then we got several members. We got Batman of the 313. We got Henry Wallace, Kirkland Pratt, and Big Dale in the building. Today is the Gold Members meeting. Make sure you check the community tab for that. You got Mr. Reliable Michael Huck, Turner Burley, who was in the comment cards just in the D. You got Lionel of Douchebagia, Nicole holding it down. Paul Giroux, the jazzy one. The tornado blowing in from Utah, and the doctor, Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. My man LL, what you got, my guy?
Final thoughts for this episode. Have a great Wednesday. Have a great day. Make sure y'all eat a nice lunch. Get some proper sleep. $1 conies is still, or $1.25 conies is still available at M1 Grill. Tell somebody something nice today. How about that?
Yeah, definitely.
I like that.
Coach Jones.
Yeah, man. We on the move. We marching, man. Get ready for that Wolf Alliance sports talk. It's going down, man. I'm getting everything together, man. Trying to get all the ends tied up, man. So look out, man. Wolf Alliance sports talk. We coming at you, man. We coming full throttle too. Soon out the gate.
I had some sad news, man, that happened yesterday. They discontinued two-piece Tuesday at Popeyes down here, man. I'm a little upset about that thing, man. I love that two-piece for under $2, man. They discontinued it down here. So, man, I was just sad yesterday. I had to pay full price for some chicken. But anyway, man, I digress, man. It is hump day, baby. Hey, man. Thank you for continuing your week right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. We look forward to bringing you this content every weekday morning during your lunch hour, man. But, it's Wednesday. As the grind gets a little harder today, man. But make sure you stay positive. Make sure you help someone out, man. And if you need some help, make sure you ask for it. Because, that's a sign of strength and not weakness. But you ate those conies, the $1.25 conies, man, because, it went up from $1. Because even $1 ain't $1 no more. But
right.
Get this napkin. Wipe them crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike Jones, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.